So just for a few seconds, to just give always a little context to our practice. So we think that sometimes we come to yoga and there's always that free will, right? Of deciding to come to our yoga practice or not. There's also an opportunities. Not everybody has the ability or the possibility to even um, access a practice of yoga. Doesn't even enter in their picture of life. So even the ability to be sitting on our yoga mats and having the opportunity to do a moving meditation, it's actually a gift in itself. So what is our intention? Not what we bring in with us, right? We bring a lot of our personal life and a little ideas and judgments and preconceptions about what we want to do with our physical body today, what we want to do with our mind today, what we want to do with our heart today. So maybe we can set those aside for a second and really look at the intention of your yoga practice. So what is it that you're intending, which is a lot more open, as we say, right? It's about being curious. So what happens? What will happen into my next 90 minutes if we last that long, 60 minutes if we last that long, 15 minutes if we last that long. So what does it feel like, or what are we inviting to have in our mind? What are we inviting to be our experience to be? And it's a very personal choice. And of course, the idea of mindfulness and the idea of being into that mood of practice influences the environment around us, and we all have an impact on each other in the virtual room, or who join us on camera, or the ones who are actually physically present here. So that same vibration is carried through. So there's a sense of responsibility to what we also put out there, but most importantly is about the importance that we place within. And so yog, as we know, comes from that Sanskrit root word of connection, of unity. So what are we connecting to? What are we uniting to? What are we plugging in? Can we allow ourselves to slowly engage into our physical body? So how many times during the day, or maybe during the last few days or the weekend or the last week, we've actually felt in contact with our physical body? So what does it feel like for our brain to eventually connect to all the things around our physical body? Our senses is a one way of doing that. So can we connect to the sense of touch through the temperature around the room, to the allowing the self to be connected to your yoga mat? What does it feel like to sit onto your yoga mat with your legs crossed, with your legs extended? What are your knees and ankles and hips and back and abdomen strength tells you about the positioning? What is our body carrying on the shoulders, right? How are we sensing that into the entire body, shoulder, muscles of the chest, the throat, the bite? What is our facial expression really showing or bringing or demonstrating within our what we carry inside? And can we allow maybe our eyes, if we feel comfortable, to be maybe softly closed? And so what would happen if that's the case? Do we feel safe to be able to allow ourselves to be introspective? And maybe as the body is able to just release and soften all pressure and all expectations, maybe we're able to tap into our breathing. So what does it mean for each and every one of us to exhale, to breathe out? And we most of the time breathe out with our mouth gently closed and through the nose. And what are we discharging? What are we letting go as we exhale? We pause for a tiny second to observe the inhalation coming into the body. And so what does it feel like to breathe in? What are we looking around for? Where is our mind at this point? Can we just observe the breath in? And can I allow my exhalation to slowly empty out and to feel that the body one more time surrenders breath and empties out and clears for a few seconds the space. And then after that tiny pause, our body will be ready to breathe in. How far and deep do we inhale? And where do we bring that breath? How do we hold it? And for how long do we need to hold it? And can we allow ourselves to exhale and to release gently when the body breathes out? And maybe your body one last time, allowing the inhalation to come through the nostrils. And so, what does it feel like to bring prana into your physical body? And how does the lungs feel? That life force, that life energy entering your lungs. And then the body finally exhales as your body softens from your neck, from your shoulders, and your body slowly draws your head, your back, your shoulders, your spine gently forward. And maybe your hands gently come in front of your body to touch the floor, to touch the yoga mat, to touch the top of your yoga mat. And maybe the right hand inhales to raise the right shoulder and elbow, and let the right hand come slowly in between knee and left arm to come across. So the back of the hand slowly touches the floor and the body slowly rolls into the ground, not because it's necessary to touch the floor, it's not because you're needing to touch the ground, is how much do your body need to move in this position. Can you feel the exhalation, that you're letting your body move, that you're allowing the right shoulder, back area, inner thighs, hips? Where is the resistance? Is it in the body? And is an expectation that the body reaches even deeper and farther than you need to? Or can you be accepting of exactly where the body is right now? Can I allow my left hand to press into the ground and allow my right hand to come slowly back in as I inhale, breathing gently into sitting pose? Can I allow both arms to open wide and tall towards the sky as I extend my fingers towards the ceiling, the palms of hands facing each other, and I sit on my sitting bones? Am I leaning forward? Am I on the tip of my sitting bones, or can I find my seat? Can I allow my knees to slowly roll off the ground, to slowly inhale? And can I allow my feet to slowly exhale in front of your body so the heels touch the ground? Maybe it's one heel on the ground while the opposite foot is over the ankle, completely up to you and to your physical body. When your body's ready, can you lean slowly back so your torso slowly rolls towards the wall behind you, and your legs maybe lift about a few inches off the ground with your knees flexed, maybe a little bit higher, chest height, maybe throat, maybe head, maybe all the way into slow extension of the legs and arms, and allow your body to softly engage as deeply as your body needs. So can you squeeze your inner thighs if your legs are crossed over the ankle? Can you find your inner thighs connecting? Can you feel your core muscles? One more time, breathing in and exhale, crossing gently, legs down, and cross the legs and cross it over the opposite direction if you choose to have your legs crossed in Sukhasana position, or you can extend them gently forward and allow your hands to slowly lean gently towards the yoga mat in front of your shins, and the right hand slowly walks forward as the left hand comes under the torso across the right hand or arm and leg, and your back of the left hand slowly faces the ground. And your jaw draws in as you look towards the right underarm, and your body extends gently through your spine, breathing in. Less is always more. Do not roll the hips. It's not about force, and it's not about reaching deeper than your body needs to. Can you find the belly to exhale and feel that your spine, the vertebrae column, gives every time more room to move? One more time, what is your expectation of the body versus the exhalation that surrenders? Again, that pressure, tension, when your body's ready, find your last long, deep breath. And can you really hear your body breathing into the parts of your body that maybe need a little bit more attention? And the body exhales to slowly soften, and then walk your right hand in first to inhale your left arm gently to the side, coming back into center position. Allow your knees to inhale up, your heels to extend out with your legs separated or cross over the ankles with your hands raising towards the sky. Your abdomen is strong, your heels on the floor, heels gently off the ground, maybe for one breath, maybe for the entirety of the time, or maybe your legs extend gently in front of your body, and your jaw draws in, and your spine lengthens, and you squeeze your inner thighs, and you raise as if your torso maintains, engaging the core muscles, wrapping those abdominal girdle muscles to really hold the root of your torso and waist. One more time, breathing. Can you exhale? Less is more, right? Never forcing. One more time, inhaling. Let your underarms exhale. Last long deep breath. Can you feel your body? Inhale gently. And then exhale, flexing your knees, crossing your feet, allow your legs to slowly soften, bring your body gently forward, and maybe rolling over your shins forward into hands and knees as your body exhales. Bring your right knee very gently towards your right thumb, where your left leg slowly stretches back, and you can feel that your body slowly extends gently as far back as your body allows it through that left leg. Toenails into the ground, the right and left hand are not pushing through the heels. You're squeezing your fingers so you find the activity in the palms of the hands, and you let your left hip flexor, your thigh muscles, your left foot, toes, you're not sinking your back, you're lengthening your rib cage to extend that lower back area. So you're opening the left side of your abdomen. One more time, breathing into this pose. When your body exhales, can you find your shoulders drawn back away from the ears and drawn behind the chest, so your shoulder blades engage your cervical spine, and your jaw again is drawn into the throat to extend the cervical area, and you find that your spine's lengthening from your tailbone towards the crown, and your glute muscles activate. When your body's ready, exhale all the way through, and then kindly using your index, using your thumb, flexing the left toes in, allow your right knee to slowly slide back, and see if your right leg comes gently all up towards the ground while the left foot stays on the floor, and your right leg extends deepest into the sky. Flexing the toes, flexing the entire foot, pointing the leg up. Breathe in, squeeze the right glute area, open the underarms on both sides, balancing both shoulders. Head or crown of the head comes closer to the ground on the ball of your left foot. Breath in, the toes of the left foot. Let your last long inhale, squeezing that glute area, and then exhaling, bending that right knee gently forward next to your right thumb. Exhale, exhale, soften the left leg behind, raising your chest and chin, looking up towards the sky as your body breathes and your shoulders roll back away from the chest, and you open the hip flexors and your chin looks up towards the sky. Again, less is more. In as many as or as little as many breaths you maintain and support the position without forcing. Let your last long inhalation. Can you feel the left toes activated? So your entire outside and inside of the muscles of the leg, and then exhale, slowly deactivating, softening the body, pressing the hands, flexing the left toes, finding stability through your index and thumb of both hands, and rolling your right leg behind on the heel. Oh, the heel of the left foot is off the ground and the ball of the toes of the left foot is on the ground. Slowly engaging, raising the right leg. 2 more times. Breathe in and exhale, exhale. Can you find both arms supportive? Last long deep breath in, and let your body exhale. Release only the right leg next to your left one, allowing your left knee to flex and bringing it gently towards the left thumb, and let your left knee flex as close as your knee allows it, and your spine and back lengthen. Feel your index and thumb connected to the ground, your chest driving forward, your right toes extended so the toenails are facing to the ground and your abdomen starts tucking in. And you can feel your shoulders rolling back and your chest driving forward through your breastbone area while your jaw draws in and the crown of it extends. And then allow your body. What are we thinking about? What are we expecting of our body to do? Can you feel the exhalation, the tummy muscles? Inhale, opening the entire thoracic cavity, extending clavicles, opening the sternum forward. Feel your rib cage activating. Exhale, glute muscles, hips. One more time. Breathe in through the crown. Allow your eyes to roll maybe over your eyebrows. Inhale, kindly, deep breath to activate again, even the optical nerve right behind the eyeball. And your last long inhalation, deep breath. And then exhale, release, kindly engaging your thumb, your index, flexing your right toes, preparing your right side, allowing your left toes to support and your right leg to kick gently back. Is that how we did it? No, the opposite side, right? The opposite side. The left knee is now lifted up towards the sky, and your right foot is balanced. You're not twisting through your right leg or right knee or your right ankle. You're never locking. You're never forcing. You're never going deeper than. Find your left hip broad and extending. Squeeze that glute. Open the toes. Open your thigh. Raise the thigh bone. Last 2 breaths. Engage your arms, your shoulders, your head crown gently towards the ground. Last time, deep breath in.
And then exhale, slowly bend very gently your knee, gently coming towards your left thumb while your right leg extends all the way back behind, and breath in. Exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Find your chest, extend and reach. Hold as your glute muscles squeezes. Again, antagonistic muscles, glute muscles contract, hip flexors open. The same thing in your back. Inhaling, opening the chest. Exhale, drawing the shoulder blades or scapula to each other so you can really engage those back muscles along your spine while the crown head extends. Never pinching, never forcing, never going farther than your body allows it. When your last long inhalation happens, to extend and reach. And then exhale, your hands and fingers slowly touch the ground, flexing your right toes, allowing your left foot to engage, and then reach back slowly through the left leg towards the sky, and the crown head extends towards the floor, and your arms are even. You're not leaning on one side more than the other. You're squeezing your glutes, you open the hips, exaggerate your thigh bone, raise it a little bit higher. Exhale through your belly. Weight into your glutes, into your leg, rather than your wrists and shoulders. Last long inhalation. Can you feel the left leg extending, reaching towards the sky, and then bending the left foot next to your right this time. Bending your knees. Exhale, move your hips towards your heels and extended balasana position. Find your spine flattened forward and your forehead to come towards the ground. Your fingers and hands open in front of your body, and your shoulders are drawn, meaning your shoulders are dropping towards the ground. You can find your knees flexing as little or as much as they are allowed right now. And is there a judgment behind that? Can I press through my glutes? Can I find my neck slowly lengthen, jaw drawing in? One more time. Let the spine be lengthened as I walk my fingers and my arms farther away from the waist. Take a long, deep breath in and exhale all the way through, slowly walking the hands gently forward towards the top of my yoga mat, and allowing my body weight to shift into my hands. If this is as far as my body's going to reach because my hips are leaning forward, by all means, stay with my knees into the ground. For some of us, the toes flex. For some of us, the knees come off the ground, the heels press back, the crown of head extends out, and your tummy supports and your inner thighs connect. Squeezing the glutes, breath in, exhale all the way through. One more time. Feel that you're not locking, you're not pushing through the elbows, you're not pushing through your wrists. You're simply sustaining the balance, that your chest and abdomen support, that your inner thighs and hips and glute muscles connect. One more time. Feel the heels farthest away from the crown of head. Let your jaw drawn in. When your body's ready, take a full inhalation. And as your body exhales, raise your hips gently up towards the sky into down dog, walking your feet about shoulder distance from each other and farther closer towards the hands, while your jaw draws in and the crown of the head extends towards the floor, and your tailbone raises and your heels come highest of the ground. So you're really stretching the fascia of your feet. Breath in. When your body's ready, find your longest inhalation and then exhale. Kindly let your right foot roll your heel in towards the center of your body. So your right heel touches the ground, your left knee bends. So your right toes are wider than the right heel, and the left leg steps forward in between your hands. And you slowly exhale, and you feel that your left leg comes just the space between the thumbs and index finger, and your right heel stays on the floor while your left knee and toes are perpendicular towards the top of your yoga mat, and your hands slowly, gently settle right next to your shoulders onto the floor. And so what does it feel like to stretch the right calf? Am I tearing? Am I pushing? Am I overextending? Can I support abdomen, chest, neck, long tailbone area presses back? Are my hands softly touching the floor? Or am I using my arms to push into the position? Is my left knee locked, or does it need to be softened as much as needed? Can I press through the heels of your feet rather than the toes, or either the right or the left foot? Can I really find my heels and then extend the sole of my foot when my body's ready? The jaw, the neck, the spine is aligned. One more time, breathing in. Less is always more. Allow your body to slowly flex the left knee gently forward as if you're leaning towards the left foot, and then rotate it exactly 180 degrees. Walking your hands across the right edge of your mat and look slowly towards the back of your yoga mat. and your left heel stays on the ground. The arch of your left foot is firm into the floor while your right toes and heel extend and your right knee opens and extends, and you feel your spine reaching out forward as if your forehead again were to touch gently towards your shin. Doesn't mean that your right knee is overextended. It's soft in your abdomen, your back, your shoulders. Lengthen your jaw towards the throat area so the spine always extends. And can you feel your body moving? So what does it feel to sustain a position? What does it feel to be constant? So what are the ideas and thoughts and images that come when my body is maybe slightly challenged? Can I feel that my body moves? All these things that I have recorded and stored in my physical body, I can actually move them. I can find myself squeezing through and being my own massage therapist, my own chiropractor, and feeling my body through it. And observing that I extend and open and lengthen, that I allow my jaw to be drawn, that the crown that extends away from your tailbone, that you can feel your breath. If you've stopped breathing, that means you've stopped practicing yoga. So observe your exhalation. Last time, breathe as if your tailbone comes a little bit taller and longer behind you. And as your body exhales, bend that right knee and then come around one more time. Bring your arms around towards the front of your yoga mat, pivoting over your heels, stretching through your right calf. Your left hand comes towards your left foot, towards your left shin, towards your left mid shin, high shin, lower thigh, while your right hand comes slowly towards the hip, towards the waist, towards the shoulder, towards the back of your neck, or towards the sky. And you can feel your body aligned, and you can feel that your body is sustained through the heels and your inner thighs. Gently hold the position as your glutes. Hold your sacrum and you extend the vertebrae column out away from the hips rather than down. It's not arching the torso, it's lengthening the spine. And the jaw looks towards the ground. Are you breathing? Are you looking towards the front of your chest, or you look towards the thumb on the right hand towards the sky? Inhale. And when your body is ready, can you let your body exhale kindly and then slowly bending the left knee as much as you need to, exhale into that left leg and then raise your body slowly back into center pose, looking towards the right side of your body, bringing your hands gently up above the head, palms of hands slowly touch, fingers interlace, and you're going to slowly look forward towards the left. Only the torso rotates while the right heel adjusts and the right hip adjusts, and you look slowly towards the front of the left toes, and you feel your body balance, and you feel your abdomen lengthen your torso, squeezing through your glute, opening your heels into the ground while the toes extend the area or the surface area of the sole of your feet. One more time, breath in. Exhale through your tummy. Is your abdomen really long? Are you sustaining the position? Can you let your body one more time, inhaling? Maybe your body is ready to open your eyes and look slowly towards the heel of the hands. And you look up towards the heel of the hands, towards your index finger, or maybe behind the shoulders. And you breathe in and you exhale all the way through 2 more times. Observe your body balance. Inhale, maintain the spine. Can you reach? Squeeze your muscles, elongate those muscles. Last long deep breath in. Allow your body to exhale and bend the elbows gently over the left thigh, over the left knee, shin, ankle, foot, ground. Exhale, surrender your torso all the way over the left leg. Relax the spine and neck. One last breath in. Empty through your gut as your body moves through that left leg and then rotate exactly in the opposite direction. One more time, allow your body to exhale slowly until your heel on the left foot is steady, your toes are light, your right hand comes towards the right ankle, shin, upper shin, low thigh, left hand opens to the left side of your body. We tend to lean forward because that creates balance, right? And so we tend to move the right hip back rather than tuck it under the left. And can I curl my right rib cage to then create a little bit less intensity to this position? Everything is permissible. Allow your body to tell you how much of an intensity you want to add. Allow your spine, your torso, less is always more in yoga. Look towards the ground, look towards the chest, towards the sky. Your left arm is on the hip, waist, and shoulder, back of the neck, back of the head, or towards the sky, and you feel your body reaching. And you squeeze through your belly as you exhale. As you're inhaling, the crown of the head extends away from that left heel. One more time, feel your body breathing. And exhale all the way through. Beautiful. Can you let your extension, every finger counts, every position of your toes. Can you be aware of the positioning of your body? So it's not about just changing your physical posture, but it's about your mental posture. Can you connect? Let your last long deep breath in. When your body exhales all the way through, kindly bend the right knee as you inhale, and then slowly raise your torso towards the center, maintaining balance. Maybe both arms come around and raise around the shoulders towards the sky. So the palms of hands slowly meet above the head. Fingers interlace into steeple pose, and then let your body exhale and rotate only your hips, adjusting the back heel, the front toes, until your body looks towards the right toes, right foot. Your torso rotates just 90 degrees. So what does it mean for your hips to adjust to the position? What does it mean for your balance, for your ankles, for your knees, for the hip joints? Is your waist able to support? And you breathe, exhaling kindly to your tummy. Allow your body to ground. So what does it mean to ground? Is the entire foot on the floor? Or are you edging your foot? Are you putting your foot on the edge? Can you let your body one last time exhale and support? Very nice. Excellent. Just like that. And find your head to maybe look up towards the sky if you want to add a little intensity. Maybe that's too easy for you. Maybe your head looks and tilts behind your shoulders, and you're not carrying it with your shoulders, you're carrying it with entire abdomen and entire oblique muscles. Beautiful. Settle your foot. Very good. Excellent. Find that pinky toe of the back foot or your left foot into the ground and stretch it broadly. Let your last long inhalation feel your spine lengthen, slowly come up towards the sky. Breathe in, and then slowly bend the elbows, soften the right knee as much as you need to, touch the right leg, shin, ankles, toes, exhale all the way towards the ground. And then one more time, walk your hands across the yoga mat towards the front, allowing your left foot to stay steady. Bring your right leg off the ground and pull up towards the ceiling. So your right leg just hangs off the floor while your fingers and arms are just shoulder distance from each other or wider. And your head slowly drops the crown towards the ground. Instead of looking towards the floor, look at your toes, look at your knee, look at your shin, look at your thigh, look at the right foot, and your abdomen supports, and breathe in. And your arms are wide, your left knee is never locked. You can soften the left knee as much as possible and raise your right leg. Can you find your tummy? Jaw draws in, open your arms, soften your spine. Deep breath. Exhale, exhale. Last long deep breath. When your body is ready, exhale all the way through. Bring your right foot gently forward. Press it onto the floor. Bring your heels off the ground so your knees bend a little bit and your abdomen comes towards the thighs, and you stay with your hips very high to fill the seat of your pants. Fill them up. Find your jaw, find your neck, support your knees and ankles, raising your heels. Your body may start to feel comfortable with your knees, and maybe your hips come closer towards your calves or heels. Never mandatory. Those are all options. And find how close your hips come towards your heels, and how close your inner thighs come towards each other, and how close your forehead comes towards your kneecaps. Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter the intensity that you want to add. Find your own joints. Observe the body, not the tension, but the activation. Last long, full breath out through this position, and then slowly press your heels into the ground. Allow your knees to never be locking, your left foot to step back, and then slowly raise the left thigh. And your arms walk farther and wider, and your body slowly looks gently towards the toes, the ankle, the knee. Your drift is into your belly, the center of gravity. Observe your spine. Knee is never locked. One more time, raise your thigh. Exhale. Can you engage your glutes? Squeeze it. Feel your inner thigh of the right leg. Is your inner thigh of the right leg softened? Can you hold that kneecap? Can you hold the arch of that bottom leg? One more time, breathing in. Can you exhale? Can you activate the right big toe? Very nice. Shoulders, jaw, spine. Last long inhalation. Deep breath. Exhale and release your left leg. Make it gently placed next to your right one. Allow the heels to raise, the thighs to come towards the chest to come towards the thigh, your jaw to draw in. Stay in this position or lower your hips towards your heels, whichever is most comfortable for your body, whatever is more accessible to your body, or any space in between. And adjusting, accommodating, making those micro movements within your physical body is really important to just find how comfortable are you in this pose. Can you let your last long exhalation to empty? And then press your heels and raise your body into full standing, walking your hands up your legs, up your thighs, up your hips, torso, shoulders roll. Exhale kindly. Allow your thumbs to come towards your waist. So your thumbs are really coming and touching the edge of your ilium, and feel that your index come around the entire waist and wrap around the waist while the elbows point back, and you can feel your clavicles dropping and your chest opening, your breastbone area or chest plate extending forward, your glute muscles squeeze, your body supports, not because you're pinching or forcing your spine back. You're lengthening the abdomen, you're lengthening your chest, you're extending your chin, you're looking up towards the sky while your heels are grounded, never locking the body. And maybe your spine raises farther up through your chest and your torso feels your body moving behind you. And observe how that opens the abdomen, how that opens the front of your hips, how that moves the shoulders away from the chest and your shoulder blades towards the cervical spine. Last full exhalation. Can you feel your body moving gently out in this position, coming very, very gently back upright, and feel how this position supports. Find your body exhaling into standing pose. Breathe in. When your body's ready, staying on the top of your yoga mat, your right heel comes towards the inner heel or the inner ankle of the left leg. So your toes are just on the arch of that left foot, while your right knee moves as far wide as your body allows it. And your body exhales it. And you can feel your hands widen, your palms slowly keep in balance, deep breath. And maybe your body's ready to exhale and your arms maybe wider. Maybe it's a possibility that your hands may touch above the head area, that your elbows are able to bend, that your knee on the left side is able to flex, and you're coming onto the left glute. Slowly staying tall through the entire torso, breathing in, exhale, jaw and elbows and torso opened while your elbows are bending and the heel of the hand comes towards the crown of the head. Breathe gently. Can you engage that left glute, the left glute, the left thigh, the abdomen, the torso, the spine? Breathe. Exhale all the way through. Last full breath. Can you feel your body? Again, your knee never crosses farther forward than the left toes. And then come up, inhale, raise, raise, raise. Exhale, release your arms and right leg. Move your arms across your hips as you exhale and raise them up towards the sky as you breathe in. One more time. Cross the opposite arm first in front of the hips. Exhale, exhale, rounding your head. And then inhale, raising, expanding, opening. And then bend forward, fold all the way towards the ground. As if your fingers were touching closest to the ground or toes. Cross your hands over your wrists and raise up towards the sky, not because of your back, because of your glutes and legs. And one more time, flex forward, abdomen flexes, opening the back of your body and raising up towards the sky, toe to toe, stay tall, and let arms only exhale to the sides of your body. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale all the way through. Left heel comes towards the right inner ankle, toes, heels steady, knees soft and never locking. Finding your balance, your arms open to the sides of your body. This is as far as your body's going to go. Perfect. If your left knee is able to find perpendicularity to your right inner thigh, by all means, look at the ground for a stable point. Do not just look everywhere. Focus your drishti into that very specific place that softens your eyes, that softens your attention, that you can really focus, and you breathe. And then kindly, maybe your arms are able to slowly open towards the sky, and you can feel the palms of hands touching, and maybe your fingers interlace, and the elbows slowly start bending. and you feel that your right knee maybe sinks and your hips move back, and you can feel that your body shifting into that right glute as your heel of the hands comes slowly towards the head, and your torso is not leaning forward. It's staying as perpendicular towards the ground and the ceiling as possible. Breathe in. Can you use your tummy, not your lower back? Exhale, not your knees, the muscles that sustain them. Is there a difference? Can you feel the difference between your body staying very much in connection with your right knee never crossing farther out there than the right toes? Less is always more. Can you observe your body one more time to breathe, to exhale, last long breath out, engage your core, and then raise very gently up your body and release arms and torso. Cross your hands in front of the hips, roll them gently out and up towards the sky, fold all the way forward. Exhale, exhale, breathe out as if you were touching towards the ground, and come up, crossing arms to the size of your rib cage towards the sky. Exhale, cross them in front of the hips, just the hips, and then raise them up towards the sky. And then fold all the way forward in front of your body. Exhale, hold, breath in. Can you feel your body reaching gently towards the ground with the crown of the head? One more time. Abdomen works gently with your spine. Let your jaw draws. The crown extends away from your tailbone. When your body's ready, exhale, exhale, and walk your hands up your knees and shins and thighs and hips until your body stands. And breathe in and exhale slowly into the bosom. Beautiful. Can you find your hands to open just outside your hips, maybe outside your ribs, outside your shoulders, while your left leg stays on the ground and your right knee flexes so the heel comes off the ground. You find as if you're holding a big tube balancing the palms of the hands, and your right toes stay on the ground. You're not anything, you're balancing on the heel of your left foot. And there's 3 points important on the sole of our foot, which is the center of your heel, the center of the insertion of the big toe into the sole of your foot, and the ball of your pinky toe as well. Allow your right knee to be light, and maybe your right knee comes off the ground, and you can feel your right knee coming as high as your knee, as right knee or the left knee, or maybe as high as your mid thigh, or as high as your hips, and your arms are supported. And you breathe in and you exhale. Can you find your abdomen? Is your abdomen relaxed, or can you support your abdomen with strength? And you feel your body stable. Breathe in. The higher, the more intense. Can you contract? Exhale, exhale. Last long inhalation. When your body exhales, stretch your right leg all the way forward. Breath in. Exhale, exhale. 2 more times. Find your balance through your hands and shoulders. When your body exhales, draw your right leg, brushing it through the yoga mat and raising it behind. Breathe in and reach slowly forward, as if your body is able to slowly float gently forward. It doesn't matter how far, maybe it's parallel towards the ground, and you find your left leg steady and your right leg slowly reaching back, and your abdomen supports. And you breathe in, and the exhalation slowly comes to your belly. One more time. Exhale, beautiful. Let your last long inhalation. Can you find your body balanced? And then exhale and release your right leg. Beautiful. Exhale. Open your arms wide and up towards the sky. Fold all the way forward towards the ground. Find your spine reaching towards the floor and then raising up towards the sky. This time you're going to hold your thumbs together above the head. Exhale, stay in the heels, raising your head up towards the heel of the hands and reaching towards the ceiling, or maybe slightly behind the shoulders, and you can feel your spine opening. Deep breath, not compressing. It's not all crunching the lower back. It's about lengthening. Can you find your tailbone area tucking under your hips, your tailbone tucking under your spine and moving your pubic area forward so your abdomen flattens. Last time, exhale. Find your thighs. Inhale. As your body exhales, slowly come up. Raise, raise, fold all the way towards the front of your body, reaching gently towards the ground. Allow your body to come all the way to just standing position, Hastasana pose. Extend your arms above the shoulders, and then release your arms only to standing pose. Beautiful. Right foot steady. Left knee flexes as you inhale on the ball of your left toes. Can you find and look maybe with your eyes towards that right knee, kneecap, ankle on this right side of your body? Maybe the body weight shifts and pushes that right hip outwardly. And that simply means that your muscles are not holding alignment, right? That right hip should be above the knee, and that knee should be exactly above the right ankle, and your left knee is slowly pointed forward. And maybe this is as far as you're gonna go, and your arms are wide to give you that balance, to not tense your shoulders, to not grind your teeth, to find your drishti. Maybe your knee is lightly lifting off the ground, maybe halfway, a third of the way, or all the way hip height. And your body exhales, and you can feel your right foot steady, and your toes are wide, and you allow your abdomen, again, look for that point of support in front of you, and soften your eyes. Are you frowning? What are you holding on your bite? What are you holding on your lips? Can you find your shoulders and your spine be aligned and balanced? Let your last long inhalation, deep breath. When your body exhales, strong through your tummy, inhale, extend the left leg, and hold it as long as your body needs to extend it. Exhale, slowly balance your arms. Inhale, inhale. Exhale through your tummy. Last one time, breath in. When your body's ready, slowly brush through the ground and lean gently forward. Your left leg shifts back, and your arms now fly as if you're just an albatross, extending, reaching forward. Maybe your hands reach towards the thigh, towards the leg, maybe towards the ground, maybe just outside the shoulders, and feel your body inhaling. That example. Exhale, exhale. Deep breath. Observe your body. If you have a wall behind you, you can cheat a little bit. Exhale slowly through your left leg. Jaw draws in. Extend your spine. Inhale, inhale. Last time. Feel your body strong through your right leg. Your right leg is stronger usually. Let your final deep breath. I light a little bit. Exhale, and then release slowly your left leg next to your right one. Slowly raise your arms forward and up towards the sky. Allow your fingers to interlace behind the back of your head. So softly place the tip of the fingers, the palms of the hands, in the occipital portion of your brain, of your head, while the elbows open, your shoulders broaden, open the chest. So what does it feel to shift the barrel of your chest and torso? What does it feel to shift and hold it through your abdominal girdle? Can you find your intercostal muscles really taking effect and supporting your lat muscles? Can you find your entire scapular supporting your cervical spine? Maybe your glute muscles are strong and your hip flexors are strong, and you can find length in your spine as you reach back, not because you're holding timidly around your head, you're holding strong through your legs, and your glute muscles open, and your spine broadens, and you feel your body breathing. Exhale one more time. Raise your chest. So it looks like the spine is reaching back, but it's just a sustained extension when your body's ready. Can you find those abdominal muscles that we woke up at the beginning and raise them up towards the sky? Fold very gently forward. Elbows and hands and fingers come towards the ground, towards your legs, towards your knees, towards your thighs, and observe your body lengthen towards the ground. Jaw draws in. Feel your body one more time, inhaling, and exhale all the way through. When and if your body's ready, can you find the breath that lets your torso and weight of your body come just deeper into this position? And then with your right leg on the top of your mat, the left leg is going to come all the way behind, bending the right knee, and the left foot stays on the balls of your toes. So I always check that my toes are perpendicular, that my heel is on the back foot is perpendicular to the toe. So I'm not rotating. Is my right foot wide enough? And usually it is about hip distance from the back leg. So find that those feet are not one in front of the other, but just slightly running parallel, and your hands and fingers stay in the position. Is that as much as your body needs to be? Can you find the heel pressing back while your right knee presses forward and your toes lengthen? And is this as far as your body needs to go today? As your knee needs to drop onto the ground on the left leg, by all means, maybe your hands come towards your thigh, towards your right knee. Maybe your arms support the position. Maybe your arms extend in front of your body. You can reach slowly forward as if you're just pressing back through that left heel and moving your arms and leaning truly forward through your torso. Breath in, flexing that right knee. Your thigh bone should be no more than parallel towards the ground. And you support through your knees, muscles, not the knee joints. Find your glutes. Find your inner thighs. One more time. Breathe in. Is your back long rather than compressed? One last long deep breath in. When your body exhales, release your hands towards the floor. Let them touch. Bring your right leg behind. Stay on plank position, chaturanga position. Allow your heels to press back, your jaw drawn in. One more time. Breathe. Never locking the crease of the elbows. Look towards each other. Can you support your glute muscles, thighs? Can you press your glute muscles against the hips so you flatten your spine, you tuck in the belly, the extension of the crown of the head. One more time. Breathe in. When your body exhales, raise your tailbone, heels stay off the ground, point the crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale, exhale all the way through. One more time. Breathe, breathe, breathe. Flex through your belly. So find that midsection of your body activated. Last two breaths. Find your index, find your thumb. Let your final long extension. As your body softens, your left leg walks forward towards the front of the body while your right heel, I look at it, that is about hip distance from the left one, that my heel is perpendicular to my toes and not rotated so I don't hurt or twist the ankle, that my knee on the left is never passing the line of the left toes. Is that enough for my body? Can I just stay right here, drop my knee to the ground, abdomen supports, glute muscle support, thigh muscle support, allow your jaw to be drawn in. We won't make very much fun of you if you just simply take a break, find your glute muscles, thighs, deep breath. Your right heel presses even farther behind while your left knee presses gently forward. And my hands may come towards your shin, or maybe I can choose to bring my hands towards my thigh or my kneecap. Maybe my arms come slowly wide and forward in front of my body as if we're floating into position, and I extend. Imagine I'm going to pull you from your index fingers. Very nice. And the heel of your foot strong. Inhale. So what are the muscles that you're recognizing? Can you dive into this pose? Exhale all the way through. Inhale, tucking your chin. Excellent. And reach. Press back through your heel. Beautiful. Deep breath. When we start shaking a little bit, that means we have gone to our physiological border or boundary. And it's perfectly okay to just challenge it. When your last long deep breath comes, exhale and release. I'm being too nice in this position. Exhale your hands towards the ground. Let your left leg shift back. Deep breath in. Exhale all the way through. Are you yawning? Find your spine, find your torso. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. I think it was Jerry. When your body exhales, last long inhalation. Find your heels raise up towards the sky. Breath in. Let your feet walk wide enough, shoulder distance away from each other, and close enough that allows the heels to come towards the floor. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through, with and strengthening the weight of your body towards the glutes, towards the legs, towards the thighs, not the back, not the shoulders, definitely not the elbows or wrists. Allow your left leg to be steady and your right knee to slowly flex, and your right heel to come off the ground. Stay on the left foot. Your right thigh walks towards your abdomen, towards your chest, and your right foot crosses under the left, as if you're just placing the toes of the right foot on the left edge of your yoga mat, and the heel of the right foot and the toes remain perpendicular. You're not twisting it. Your right knee is as wide as it needs to be to the right. Your left heel is as tall as it needs to be towards the ceiling, and your jaw draws in, away from the shoulders, away from the arms, into that left leg that is bent as much as needed, or exhaling. Beautiful. Deep breath. Exhale all the way through. Are we warming up? Okay, very good. Find your thumb and your index. One more time, breathing in. Exhale all the way through, and then slowly undo. Allow your right leg to come gently, hip distance away from the left one. Raise your heels, bend the knees. Exhale to the ground. Allow your forearms to touch the floor, the palms of the hands to slowly touch each other, face each other, overlap each other, facing the ground, whichever is most comfortable for your body, with your elbows shoulder distance or wider. Allow your jaw to be drawn in, the crown of it to be extended. Inhale. When your body is ready, exhale all the way through. Allow your toes to flex, your knees to raise, your heels to be tall, and then slowly raise your tailbone highest. Find that your glutes come to the highest position possible with your knees as extended as possible. Doesn't mean locked, doesn't mean overextended. You can bend them as much as needed and find the strength of your forearms. Do not look towards the elbows, look towards your toes, towards your knees, towards your belly. Last 2 times. Can you feel your muscle strength? Forearms strong, the elbow to the wrist, not just the joint. When your body's ready, bend your knees, exhale, exhale. Find your body slowly. Move your hips towards your heels one more time, as if your body is able to come as close to your heels as possible. Extended balasana position, extended child's pose. Find your forehead coming towards the ground. Rest your abdomen over your thighs, your rib cage over your knees, shoulders soften, elbows bent, forehead comes towards the direction of the ground. Shift away from the arms into the legs. Give an opportunity for those knees to breathe, to open, to stretch the ankles, the glute muscles, the lower back rests, the neck and the spine softens towards the ground or softens towards the ground, depending on who you're looking at. And let your abdomen tuck. Last long, deep breath. Observe that your abdomen exhales and then very, very gently. If you're ready, we're going to slowly raise the hips, come onto forearms and knees, and then gently inhale, raising the elbows, palms, hands under the shoulders. Are we paying attention to our body? Is this enough for my body today? Can I allow myself to just take a break, relax, go to the bathroom, Betsy style, or we can just, or now K style too, as I noticed, find your body to exhale, or maybe your body's ready to slowly come into down dog one more time. And you find your heels into Sunasana position, that your heels and toes are slowly aligned. So maintain the heels closest and your toes light. And your hands are not taking all the weight. Shift, knees bent as much as needed. So your rib cage presses away from the arms and shoulders. Imagine I'm going to push you from the space between your shoulder blades behind you. So find that your body's extending that way away from your wrists. And maybe your right foot stays steady and your left knee flexes. So your right heel comes deeper to the floor and your left thigh comes forward. And maybe your left leg comes slowly under that right leg. So the toes and heel become perpendicular and your body exhale slowly towards the ground with the forehead, the chest coming towards your left inner thigh while your left knee is perfectly pointing towards the left side of your body. And we soften the toes and we breathe. And what facial expressions, what wonderful choice words you have right there in your throat chakra. Breathe in, do not voice them out because it might not be very polite. Breath in slowly. Find your last two breaths. Very nice. Inhale. Excellent. Find your shoulder blades. Really find your shoulder blades. When your last long inhalation comes into this position, exhale slowly and then come undoing. Breathing in. Exhale your left foot next to your right one. Bend your knees as you lift your heels. Slowly soften. Allow your knees to be very wide or wider than your hips while your hips move towards your heels, towards your calves, towards the arches of your feet, and your torso and head slowly move towards the ground. And find that your torso fits in between your inner thighs. And your hands are going to slowly come around and maybe for some of us are able to reach for the knees, for the calves, for the ankles, for the heels, for the arches of the feet. It doesn't mean that reaching farther is better. Find your breathing. So what does it feel like to flex the knees this way? What does it feel like to balance your toes and your ankles and your shins this way? Shoulder blades and your spine, always attentive to it. Is your body able to exhale kindly into this pose? And when and if your body is ready, let the breath not to rush through, but to slowly sink into this pose. So your hands come gently forward towards your knees, shoulders, front of your body, and your body comes on hands and knees. And your knees come right about hip distance, and your hands come right about shoulder distance, and your body exhales. Beautiful. Maybe you find enough balance that you're not flexing the toes, because if you flex toes, and you can try it, that will activate more the pressure on the kneecap, and you don't want to put pressure on your knee, the knee joints. You want to walk your hands towards your thighs, towards your knees, towards your torso, and stretching the top of your feet towards the ground and see what feels like. And so those micro adjustments, how wide do your knees for your body need to be, or how twisted your toes should be so the heels rolled out or rolled in. What is it that helps your hips best in this position? Can I allow my body to exhale? Can I feel that my right hand comes towards the waist, towards the ilium or iliac crest, the crest of your ilium, and feel that that edge of your hip bone is wrapped around through your thumb and index, and you can feel maybe the high bone right there onto your lower back, and your thumb is anchoring the spine, and the right shoulder is dropping. Rather than pinching it, rather than overextending the shoulder, you want to press back the clavicle, the collarbone, so your chest opens to the right side, and you can feel the right hand settling towards the glute, towards the lower back area, while your left arm slowly moves, maybe in front of your body, maybe towards the sky, maybe behind your head, towards the wall behind you. And you breathe and you open again. Find slow motion. If I were to place my knee right on the lower back, right in your tailbone area, and I press those hips slightly forward, or maybe hold you from your waist and pull your waist gently in front. What happens to your abdomen? What happens to your chest and shoulders? Can I feel my spine then squeezing the glutes, toenails? Press slowly towards the ground. One more time. Breathing in. Jaw opens, your tongue comes towards the roof of your mouth, and your eyes move towards the eyebrow area. Last long, deep breath. Exhale, exhale. Come back slowly with your legs, with your glutes. Raise your body. And then slowly come with your hands forward towards the ground. Exhale very gently. Your fists into the floor, your hands into the floor, the tip of the fingers into the ground, whichever is most comfortable, and let your body exhale and slowly raise into cat pose. That means the center of your back raises gently towards the sky, where your belly tucks in and your jaw draws in towards your breastbone. And find your shoulder blades separating. Imagine I'm going to wrap a big towel right under your ribs and raise that midsection of the body tall from both sides up, and your spine keeps moving, and your spine keeps extending up towards the sky, while your head and your jaw drawn in towards the chest and throat. And feel that every breath expands, and every exhalation contracts the abdomen, the chest, the front side. And every inhalation opens the rib cage, the intercostal muscles, and the exhalation slowly moves the head closer towards your chest. One more time. Deep breath in. And as the body exhales, softly undo. So how do you bring your back into neutral position? Very nice. Deep breath. Exhale slowly and bring your hands into your thighs, into your knees, into your spine, and maybe your body carries very gently into upright position, while your left index and thumb look towards the crest of your ilium, and feel that your hand wraps around that entire left hip, and the heel of that left hand settles into the lower back or upper glute area, while your abdomen, hip flexors extend. And you can feel your glutes playing an important part here that contract and support and make the antagonistic muscles, your hip flexors, to open. And your right arm may carry up towards the sky, and this is as far as you're going to go. Maybe the right elbow bends, and this is as far as you're going to go. Maybe the right arm comes slowly over the head, and your head accompanies the arm, and feel that your body opens the spine, not because you're pressing, right? Find the extension, feel the belly, feel the breath through the underarm, feel the entire right side. How many times we shift the body, we feel the body, we adjust the body. We're leaning forward constantly. Can I allow myself to engage and discover the muscles, not force them, but discover the muscles that support and extension, the opening of the body. Less is more. Last, full breath. Can I feel my body reaching and exhaling gently behind and coming very kindly back up? Right. And then exhale both hands slowly towards the floor. Can I feel my body exhaling? Elbows and forearms touch the ground. So fold the arms into the floor. Elbows wrists into the ground, forearms rest completely. Allow your body to exhale. Look into the space between your knees, between your thighs, towards your belly button area, and raise the center of your back. Very nice. Inhale. When your body opens those shoulders, make your latissimus dorsi muscles, right? Those muscles, your wing muscles. You're all little angels. So allow those muscles to just expand. Do not be shy about making those muscles broad and open, and then clear your spine. Make your spine broad. Activate your belly. Jaw draws in, crown of it extends towards the floor. One more time. Feel that your back is arched up as your belly exhales, squeeze in it. Last long breath. Use the maximum capacity of your lungs as you expand through those muscles, and you can feel it through all the way to your neck. And possibly as you exhale, you release and you realign vertebrae, and you feel your body exhaling, and let your hands come in gently under the elbows where the elbows were, and your fingers and hands support the position. One more time. Breath in. Maybe your body in a few seconds, right? You have brought a lot of fluids and bloodstream towards your head. You want to shift gently back into kneeling position at your own pace, at your own rhythm, slow motion, never rushing. The head is always the last part of your body that you want to raise. You want to then the rest of your body to engage, your heart, your breathing rhythm, the fluids, the interstitial fluids need to be adjusted. Let your legs and thighs and knees connect. And maybe for some of us, the toes may need to flex, so I have higher heels, and my hands reach slowly towards the heels. For some of us, the hands are only going to be able to touch, and I don't mean only, but the hands are able to touch to the waist, and both hands together, elbows back, and again, emulating a camel pose. Otherwise, allow your hands to come towards the heels of your feet, and then your body slowly rolls the shoulders and open your chest and squeeze your glutes and see what happens when your body raises and you extend and you open your jaw and your throat. And you can feel the arch of the spine. So, what happens when your body lengthens that way? Can you feel the expansion? Are your knees in the right direction and height? Are your heels in the right height? Let your last long, so can you feel the same muscles as before? Raise one arm at a time, slowly using your legs rather than your back, and then slowly come gently forward. Allow slow motion. One knee, your right knee is going to come towards your right thumb, the top of your yoga mat, while your left leg slowly moves all the way behind. And I'm going to roll completely onto my right glute. I'm going to sit completely into my right glute. My right heel comes travels towards the left edge of my yoga mat as much as my knee allows it, and my hip and my inner thigh allow it. My left leg stays behind and starts extending as deeply as my body needs to. And my right elbow comes slowly to bend over my thigh, inner thigh, knee, or ground, and feel that my torso rotates and rests the right side of my rib cage towards that leg or in the direction of that leg. Doesn't mean touching. Do not get confused about expectations of your body versus the intention of the movement. Can you feel your legs? Is that enough? Is that far enough to support the movement of your body? Do you feel enough stretch? Do you feel activation of those inner thighs, glute muscles that we moved? Maybe for some of us, we want to add a little something, and that's not for all of us. Maybe the left knee bends, and you can reach slowly with your left hand towards that left foot, and you can allow your body to stay on the right hip and simply open the left thigh or quad muscles as my left hand. Again, I can round my torso as much as I deeply I can towards the ground, so my arm reaches easily, or can extend and open my torso as wide as I need to, so I can maybe look over my left shoulder towards the sky and feel what happens when your body extends and opens those quads. Not because I'm pushing or pulling on my knee. Let your last two breaths. Can I feel my body, torso moving away from the hip and really creating a flexion and extension, right? Flexion on the inner thigh area, the hip joint and the glute muscles opening through your IT band, right? Through the glutes, across, through the thigh, all the way towards the tibia, maybe on the right side. And when my body's ready, My head and my neck are really breathing completely, finding extension through these muscles, and the left arm or left leg softens and exhales if it's contracted. My right arm starts moving and shifting. I bring my body slowly balanced through both hands so my right knee retracts back, and I immediately move my left knee towards my left thumb, and my left foot softly moves to the right side of your yoga mat as I roll completely onto my left glute, my left outer thigh. And maybe my right leg stays just easily and supported, and that feels an extension through my hips, to my glutes, to my back area. Maybe the left elbow is able to rest into the ground, and that adds a different dimension to my movement. Maybe the right leg is able to extend. You can feel that the right knee opens on this side differently from the opposite. And can I feel my right hand just on the ground, my torso and spine just leaning forward towards the ground? Or maybe my right hand comes closer towards my foot, towards my ankle on the left, towards my left shin, towards my right hip, towards my lower back, and I allow my body to slowly open and see if that's a possibility for your body and how much does your body need to be in this position. And breathe. Give time for your body to adjust. So, what are you really thinking right now? And what are you really feeling right now? Right? Nothing is external to this position. Yoga is body work. And so, whatever comes up is things that we may have not been aware is stored in our body. So, if there's a bubble of something coming up, allow that bubble to not be external but internal. Where is it? Where did that come from? That little bubble of air is flying, coming up and flourishing up to the surface. Mhm. And let that be recognized and see where that was brought in. Where, in which breath, in which circumstance, what does that remind you of? Can I allow my right knee then to slowly bend? And maybe my torso leans a little bit closer to the ground, and my right knee is able to slowly flex, and I can reach gently through my right foot to my right shin, and my body still stays on that left outer thigh. And I feel my heel coming towards the glute area, if that's even possible, if that's even available to my shin, to my ankle, to my quads, and my head, my neck, and my force, or maybe looking up towards the sky to create a lot more extension. And I feel my body breathing and exhaling. Again, just for a few seconds until I know that my brain has connected to those muscle fibers. And we understand in average, it takes about 18 seconds, which is about 6 to 8 breaths. So observe your body. And you're allowing your brain and your nervous system to connect, to feel the benefit. Where is your mind focused? By just paying attention to that part of your body, you activate a subtle energy, right? The metabolism on the cell membrane is activated, and you are already spending calorie. You're really activating the energy of that tissue. When your body is ready, last long deep breath. Soften your right leg and your right arm, and maybe your body rolls one more time back into center, and you can feel your left and right hand coming gently to support your left knee, sliding back on hands and knees, and your body exhales. And maybe your knees start walking very, very gently forward, and your feet cross over your ankles if that's even possible, or we can sit around my legs towards the sitting position with my knees rolling off the ground and my body softly sitting on the yoga mat while my legs extend. And maybe my hips roll or slide towards the top of my yoga mat, and my hands come towards my knees, towards my outer thighs, towards my hamstrings, and I can roll one vertebra, not dropping my head, not dropping my back, not dropping the shoulders, slowly placing them into the floor. And I feel my body exhale. Can I be conscious about the back of my neck? Is the back of my neck long? That means if I were to carry your head with my fingers right into your root of the head area, right into the base of the occipital bone, and just extend it a little bit away from the shoulders. And so, what does it feel to elongate that spine? Are my knees flexed enough so I can drop my lower back to the ground and I'm not forcing anything? Do I need support of my hands to slide gently under my glutes as if we're just lifting my glutes a little bit? Or can I stay with my hands right next to the yoga mat so I can pull with my hands the edges of the yoga mat away as if I were to slide the yoga mat? Impossible, right? From under you. So as if your hands, just to create a little bit of traction through those arms as you hold the edges of that yoga mat. Or maybe your hands simply, maybe you'll need that and your core muscles allow that your knees contract, that your legs contract. Maybe your knees are flexed. This is as far as you're going to go. Maybe for some of us, the legs softly extend towards the sky. You can find that your feet and toes aligned with your toes flexed, your only your toes flex, so you're extending the balls of your toes towards the ceiling, or maybe the entire foot flexes, so you're really stretching your calves and contracting your shins, or maybe pointing your toes towards the ceiling, as long as your legs are in the most comfortable position. So where are your hands? Can you check your shoulders, your neck, your spine? Is your breath supportive? When my body feels a transfer, a change of blood flow with my knees, extended or contracted, it doesn't matter the degree. Can I find my back, my belly, my chest coming closer towards the ground? Is my head and hands and arms release into the sides of my body? And that, again, any activity, any over pulling of fluids into my legs and toes and ankles and knees to just shift and transfer back towards the root of my legs and filtering organs in my abdomen. Maybe the legs slowly open a little bit wider and rolling the toes, making the toes draw a big circle. It doesn't matter in which direction you start. Just simply allow the toes to draw a circle around the ceiling with your heels also moving. So it's not just the toes, but your heels also contract. When you flex the toes and the foot, the heels activate your calves and your shins and the ankle joint, and you move, rotate around those ankles with your feet slightly wider. Breath in. So are you pushing with your hands? Are you tensing with your jaw? Last two breaths. Keep breathing, keep moving. Opposite direction. Let your toes roll exactly in the opposite direction. Can you feel gently? Most likely, we move in the easiest, most available rotation. So this second part might be a little bit more challenging. Maybe your feet get a lot warmer faster. The intention is that your ankles and joints of the toes and the sole of your foot really start moving and really bring blood, and you can really feel the muscles move around. Let your last breath. Are you still breathing? Exhale, exhale all the way through. Last long deep breath. When your body's ready, bend the knees and let your feet slowly touch the ground. Very nice. Place your feet into the floor. Soften your back. Can you let your hands and arms find the perfect position, your head and shoulders to reconnect towards the ground? Can you let your belly sink every time that you exhale? So your abdomen flattens deeper towards the ground. And so, what is the intent? Can you remind yourself of the original intent as you walk into your yoga practice? Can you find your right leg? Just one gentle, simple stretch. We're going to retract your right knee in. I'm going to place the right ankle on top of your lower or mid thigh, closest to the knee that is available to your body. And your left heel remains on the ground. Your left toes flex a little bit off the floor, and then let your left leg drop across the body towards the left side of your body. So drop the leg out to the left until the right foot lands sole of your foot directly towards the ground. And sometimes the left hand
holds on to your right foot by the toes, by the ankle, by the shin, while your right knee remains easy and comfortable, and your right shoulder slowly presses towards the right side of your body, and my head rotates softly towards the right side of my torso and shoulder, and I exhale and release. So, what does it feel like for all the muscles that we may have activated and moved? Do I need to flex a little bit deeper my bottom leg, my left leg? Do I need to bring my right foot closer towards my hip to activate intensity? Do I need to raise my right knee taller, or do I need to bring it closer to my shoulder to feel the external or internal portion of my femoral joint into the pelvic area to just move and stretch? Can I visualize my belly releasing? And my chest sinking? And my head without having to be forced into a rotation? Last two times. Can you intentionally feel your breath leaving as you exhale, as you breathe out, slowly soften the entire position and bringing your left hand to help you if needed to raise and to bring your legs back into center until your right leg is able to undo from the left easily, without rush, without forcefulness, placing the right foot to the ground. Both heels exhale to the floor. As we know, the left leg then crosses over the right mid or lower thigh through the ankle. And when your heel of the right foot stays steady, your right toes lift a little bit, and you drop gently that right leg out until the left foot comes closest to the ground. And you adjust and you micro move and you micro switch positions, and you can feel those gentle and subtle movements that adjust the body. And so, is your right foot perfectly flexed? Your right knee? Is your left foot on the ground balanced? Is your left knee high or closer to your chest? What is most beneficial to your hip? Is your head rotating away from the foot towards the left shoulder? Not because you're muscling your head, you're slowly letting the shoulder blades stay easily sinking towards the ground. And you breathe to oxygenate parts of your body that need to have full breath. And most importantly, as we began the yoga practice, to exhale and release. Gently find your own rhythm. What are you really thinking about right now? What comes up for you in your mind, in your memories, in your sensations when your body exhales? Kindly let your right hand slowly help you to roll back as you inhale your right leg off the ground back to center until your left ankle is able to slowly undo from the thigh, releasing the left foot to the ground, to slowly extending your legs towards the corners of your mat, wider, closer, completely irrelevant. Letting your belly sink in, your hands rest for just a few seconds into Shavasana position. So, what does that mean to rest in corpse pose? Not that you are immobilized. What it means is that you are truly disengaging any physical expenditure of energy, that you're not intentionally or unconsciously holding on to the body, that you are observing and taking a constant monitoring of your toes, ankles, and you check again the comfort and softness of your feet, your calves, of your knees, of your thighs, of your hips, that you let the belly and the chest slowly sink in the direction of the ground as you breathe. The arms and hands and fingers go deeper into the floor. Your head sinks into the embrace of the ground around your body. Gently, we allow our breath to become just ever more active in a very controlled and softened way. Maybe the breath allows movement to parts of the body that need to move first. And what is it, the part of your body that wants to move first? Can you move another part? And maybe it's your limbs and entire hands and feet, and maybe it's your shoulders and head and chest and back. Maybe it's the arms to slowly move and gently hug and cross over the chest and reach for opposite shoulders to create a deep hug around our chest. And you breathe in and we exhale. Maybe it's the opposite arm that crosses gently over the chest first to hug in the opposite direction to your shoulders, and then inhale. Expand where you hold your hands into the outside of the arms or shoulder blades. The expansion of your chest opens the back muscles, and exhale, release, soften. Maybe your body is bending one knee in over the abdomen and chest, and you can hold it with your hands over your shin, over your knee, or the space between your calf and hamstring onto your thigh or to your glute. And that one leg that is flexed is going to slowly pull or rock very gently your torso back into sitting pose. Very, very gently. Your head, as you already know, is the last part that you want to bring all the way up. So tuck in your chin, soften your head, sit in the most comfortable position for your body with legs extended, with legs crossed, legs all the way between calf and thigh, legs over your inner thigh is completely irrelevant. Allow your own physical body to guide your own expansion and ability to find our place, to find our seat, to find that we're not on the edge, but we are sitting back. We are really owning this moment with our body as a temple for our spirit. What does that really mean to you? Can I allow my hands and arms to slowly come towards the outside of my thighs and knees and hips and touch gently the ground through the fingernails? And can I allow with intention that my arms are not just moving, but I bring in the entire expansion of my energy, aura, whatever you want to think, intention around the body until they meet above the head area into Anjali Mudra, to allow the elbows to bend and drive the hands slowly through the midline of your body into the prayer pose. Hands and palms together. And so, what is the prayer of the temple of our soul? And maybe is creating this environment of harmony and peacefulness is by the creation of this sense of truth, what is clear inside my head, recognizing all these deep feelings within me and my heart, and most importantly, the vibrations of selfless, divine love. Thank you so much. So let's ready to make it up.